So, if we could get one more safe room, like one more free room. Okay, okay. Well, I think, yeah. Hi. So, a new day and a new fog event is here with the lovely, lovely palm tree dragon available as a reward dragon. But as usual, this is a fog event and I do not recommend going into these events blind. Do not use any of these buttons at the bottom, they will just waste your currency. But you need to decide whether you want to get the dragon from this event or whether you want to go for the event items. And so to help you do this, I have created 3 maps this time. And so this is all of these maps are found in the DC event guide section of my Discord server. You can join the server for free and click them, open in browser, download them if you need to, or just use them in the channel. But with these 3 maps, there is a difference between all 3, and I will go through each of these now, but all of the currency that you can get is also gone through at the top here, but you can very easily find all 3 of them in this guides channel. So, if I open up these 3 paths, we have the first map, which is literally just if you want to get the palm dragon itself. So in this case, this is identical to the event map for every previous event as well. No event items, just palm dragon pieces, because you have to pick up all the pieces of palm to get it, in which case you would start in the middle. So from this point, you would go down to this like the south chest here and then continue on, go down, right, pick up a piece, down, pick up the second piece, left, pick up that piece, then you head to the left, up, and then top right. And so with these map guides, do remember that the red path is like the basic path, so that would be like if I move to that tile or move to that tile, that's the red path, and the yellow part of the path, those are return tiles, because when you return over tiles in this event, it does in fact cost you currency, which is quite different to grid events, and it does mean that you cannot afford to screw up really, because every single step that you make, you will waste currency trying to go back as well. So do not mindlessly just, click on things in this event. I'd recommend ignoring all the other dragons because you're usually not going to be able to get them unless you know exactly what you're doing. But anyway, that's map 1. The second map this time is actually my recommended path, which is the event items path. And now, if we manage to find a cheaper way of doing this, I will post it. There is another map that's like 8,020, but I haven't been able to validate it yet. But a difference of 5 is, whatever. So I'm just going to stick with the one that I made for now. And so in this map, this is going for event items. So this includes the cannonball items, it includes the special chest, and it includes insignias, but you will not get the palm dragon from this route. However, that being said, if you manage to finish off the final part of the High Flyers collection, you will get the palm dragon guaranteed anyway from this collection chest. So that is one thing to consider when you're going through this. But the question is, are you going to be able to finish this collection or not? Well, I can't tell you that, and RNG may dictate what you get because the cannonball drops in the event are also random. So you can get like 1 cannonball, 2 cannonball, or multiple cannonballs per drop. So I don't really recommend that. It is not ideal. And, Ditlep does go through this. If you open up the fog event, you can click on the individual item and it shows you that there's a +1, +2, +3 just to confirm. But this is my recommended path if you do think that you have a chance of completing the collection, because you get all the event items and you might just get the palm dragon anyway. But one thing to take into account is that I've included that the total amount of currency that you can get from this event without ads is about 6,550, assuming my math is not horrific. But that means that if you want to get to this 8,025 total, you are going to have to watch ads, and you're going to have to watch every single ad and hope that you get a bit lucky if you want all of these items. You might end up where you just miss 1 cannonball, which might be the cannonball in the top right, or maybe you're going to miss the cannonball, like just 1 random cannonball somewhere else. But as long as you only miss like 1 of them, you might still be okay, but you still need to pick up a majority of these cannonballs in order to finish the event. So do bear that in mind. And the thing is, if we do find a cheaper path, That is the reason why I recommend waiting until the final reset of this event to then spend your currency. Because like, if you just start spending your currency now in this maze event thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to get 8,000, and then you spend all your currency and then you get lucky with the ads, well, then you've screwed yourself over. So I really do not recommend that you spend your currency right now. Anyway, that is map 2, and again, this is my recommended route. I do have a third map for anyone that wants it and may want it for some reason. And I'm not saying that this is the most well-optimized map ever, but this is just an example of what you can do. So this is basically the path 1, which you can get the dragon pieces from it, but with some additional event items on top. So 6,980, that may be a more realistic goal for players. So if you want to go and pick up all of these, you know, the dragon pieces and a couple of cannonballs, you can do that, and 5 insignias. And I've included some additional bits for in the blue path section, which is the treasure chest and times 10 insignias, which would put it pretty much at the same cost as the other path, just a little bit cheaper. But this map 3, wouldn't necessarily be my recommended path. But if you are just going for the dragon itself and you happen to pick up some more currency, you could do something like this. And again, if you don't have 400 currency, just cut out one of the cannonballs if you want to, or reroute it. Again, at the end of the day, you can go any route you want. These are just some example routes that I've created. But if you do find any cheaper paths or any mistakes on these maps, do let me know. But please, please, please save your currency until the final reset, just in case we find a cheaper path cost, and so you know what you can afford. That's the reason why I post them quite early as well in my Discord server, although today it took quite a few hours because I was very busy. But this way, if we post them, then people can work on them, validate them themselves, and, you know, just double check on all of these. So there is that. Also, make sure that you are doing your quests as well, because we do have quests during this, which will add on to that total. And also, the quests do have 2 cannonballs at stage 5 and stage 10. So you'll definitely want to try and pick those up as well. But those are my general tips for doing this event. And the other thing to note is that you've probably noticed that you're not getting as much currency as before, and that's because we've actually gone back to old format with this event, which is actually kind of the problem, because it means that the expected amount of currency is a bit different to the previous events. So you'll see that you can very easily get all of your fog coins for every reset just by feeding up a level 1 dragon like Fondue over here, level 20, easy clap. And then we've got all of our event currency. So I'm at 2265 so far, and the reason for that is because I have already watched 2 sets of ads. So that's all of my event currency from today. I've done my quests, I've done my resets, and I've done my ads. So there is nothing else that I can do in terms of event currency. And also, we will be able to use this event currency as part of the leaderboard event as well, so definitely make sure you spend all of this. Wow, I'm very close to NAM 12 over there in the leaderboard event. But yeah, that is all of the fog event tippies that I have for you for now. I am just going to sit here and wait and see if anyone else comes out with a cheaper path, or if I end up, you know, making a different path myself for any reason. So that is what I am going to do. You'll see that I'm currently on lap 8 of the heroic race, which is actually quite far behind. The reason for that being, well, life is a thing. So sometimes even players such as myself, we do come across very busy periods when it comes to, you know, the heroic race, and it just kind of sucks. But it's just like that, you know, we can't stop life from happening. But even if you have busy things going on, you're at work 5 days a week, plus the weekends potentially, you can still do well in these events. And oh my god, really? We're gonna have to wait like ages and wait for another item hatch? I cannot believe that we did not get the item hatch from that war dragon. I'm gonna have to skip this, aren't I? So while that ad was playing, I went and turned my potatoes around. Yes, we can multitask over here. But anyway, that is going to skip that. Then we can actually get our master dragon hatched. And you know, this is a good hatch for me because this is one of the sanctuary dragons. And I don't know if you know, sanctuary dragons are some of the biggest pains in the butt cheeks to breed in this game by far. They are such a pain. But it does mean that you can finish off these collections like here. We can claim, get 30 free gems, get a free dragon, and now we've got like another 6 to go at least. But it does mean that now, if we want to skip this battle, it's only going to cost us 3 gems. Skipperino, and then we get on to the next quest. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the ×2 rewards on this lap, but to be honest with you, I don't care about additional orbs of Elder Storm. Why would I care about that? So anyway, I'm going to go and feed up another level 1 dragon. I should have fed up that Master Dragon, but where the hecky is it? I have no idea where I just put it. I have too many level 1 dragons anyway, so I'm just going to feed up a random one. And then as you can see, we get our beetles popping up on the screen. And then we can wait another hour, because I think the reset for the next quest is just a bit over an hour. But are we done with our beetles? Take them to 25, that's fine. I don't mind taking some dragons to 25 because they really help with rescues, just make it even easier than it already is. And so we'll wait a little bit longer. But I'm not sure where the rest of the guys on my leaderboard are going to finish up. They might just finish up on like lap 17, lap 18, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but to be honest, my progress is quite slow compared to where I would like to be, but like I said, that is just how life is. It's just how things happen. The other thing that we've got going on right now, which I do need to actually accept this player, is arena battles, which I haven't been able to do quite yet. But of course, that is going to be a difficult alliance chest. I'm currently first in the rush arena. I've still got a little bit of time until the rest of my battles come in, so I am just going to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm going to do all of my battles all at once. But I do hope that we can come first in this rush. You get some free gems from it, and it helps with the chest as well. So I'm going to do that in a memento. But the other thing from today, outside of the general offers and, you know, general daily things that are going on, is, of course, the silly Amber Wizard's Hollow. And so this Wizard's Hollow it could be the death of me, because Amber is a very difficult dragon to get a hold of normally. It is a karma, it is one of the collection karmas as well. Interesting set of elements. And also, in this Wizard's Hollow, we also have Golden Master Chests. And inside these Golden Master Chests, you could in fact get your hands on HMK. The minimum reward out of these chests is at least 50 Legendary Jokers or 50 gems. Not legendary, yeah, 50 Legendary Jokers, 25 Heroic Jokers, or 50 gems. Realistically, they should probably put Mythical in here, just saying, since we've got that now. You can get any of the karmas. And there are also silver master chests in this hollow. There is a lot to love about this hollow. If there was a hollow to spend gems on, this would probably be one of them. Because, you know, people ask me all the time, oh, which hollow should I spend my gems on? You know, realistically, you have to go into these hollows knowing full well that you are gambling. That is what you are doing. It is pure gambling. You don't know when the wizards are going to come up, so you just have to pray to RNGesus that you don't run into many wizards and you can get all the way through, get your golden runes without running into too many wizards. And picking up free perks and more gems on your way through will definitely make gemming a little bit nicer. Now, how many gems do I personally think Ambition Karma is worth? I would probably say something like 400 gems-ish. Reason being is because Black Friday, that's roughly the cost of Black Friday when you're gonna go and try and go for like karmas and such. And, you know, Amber is still a good dragon, and if you manage to pick up like a gold chest or two on your way through, yeah, you might get just a few gems or whatever else. But on the off chance that you get HMK, another karma, or something else, you know, a few hundred gems, if you can guarantee the dragon, I think is not too bad of a shout. But again, if you're going to run into two wizards, this is kind of early. It's not as bad as it could have been. We are already on safe room 15, so I am going to gem once more at least. But you can see I've got 1,500 gems. And despite the fact that I have 1,500 gems, this hollow scares me a lot. Because how many gems am I willing to spend? Oh, when we run into 3 wizards this early, that is when I start to question it. Now, if you're at a spot like this, we do have 1 silver chest. I would normally dip. But I'm going to do my classic live moment, and I am actually going to skip this one. And we'll see how quickly we run into another wizard. If I waste 20 more gems just to add some more spice today, that is fine by me. If we run into a wizard on 19, however, this will be a horrific decision and I will just quit. Okay, we did not run into a wizard on room 19. That is lovely. but it is a constant thrill ride when you are making your way through. There are no patterns on Wizard's Hollow, and you will normally run into wizards very, very quickly. Do you want me to go again? Do you want me to waste my gems again on this one just because you're here? I do have a lot of gems. Do you want to see me waste my gems today? There's never been a better time, right? I'm gonna go once more. We're getting a few gems back, but this is where it starts to pull at you. So now if we run into lots more wizards, it will just be GG. And we will have to quit, because we're not even halfway through yet. We have run into quite a few wizards. It's not good, but we are halfway through now, which is nice. One more gold rune is not as good as it could have been. But this is the point where we have to really start thinking, are we actually going to potentially want to go a lot further? So it would be a lot of wasted gems if we, you know, run into a wizard again, have to gem again, and we're not even on room 30 yet. Oh, we have to hope that we at least can make it to like 30 something. Please. Oh, okay, we're getting close to a gold chest. Can we make it to 30? Okay. This is where it gets scary. This is where we have to start making some hard decisions. So, you know, we get 3 rooms every few rooms if we do gem. We can potentially make it to the end of this run, but oh, it does suck. It sucks major baloney. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because you're here with me today. Normally I would not do this, but it is an Amber Hollow. It is a gold chest hollow. We're getting quite close. If we could pick up some more gems on our way through here, this won't make it quite as terrible. I really want to go for a gold chest as well. 10 more gems. Solid. I think at this... Oh, I think at this point, I think we have to try and do it. I think we have to go for it. Are we going all the way? Okay, that really sucks. That's 160 gems. Oh, it hurts. It hurts my insides. I'm gonna do it. Please do not give us another wizard on room 39. Okay. It's just getting expensive. Oh, diddly doodies. Oh, my insides are hurting me right now. Okay, another safe room there. 42. We're probably going to run into at least one more wizard. That is something to be very, very aware of. Okay, we did get 1 gold chest. It's not as good as it could have been. But we are going to run into probably one more wizard on our way through here. But this has actually been a pretty decent run. So, if we could get one more safe room, like one more free room. Okay, okay. Well, I think, yeah, one more wizard is always going to be the case. That's 320. That's a lot of gems to be spending. Oh, God. Can we get one more free room here? Oh, God, that would have been scary. Okay. Now, was that worth it? Probably not. Probably not. But you see, things can go very wrong very quickly or very right a lot of the time. We did not get a lot of gems on this run, I'll be honest. Normally, I'd be hoping for a lot more than 40 gems, like at least 80 on our way through here. But, you know, when you've got so many gems that you can just basically waste when you want them, you can basically take your chances like this. Now, again, normally I probably would have tried to re-roll for another day, but there's no guarantee you're ever going to make it safely. But I'm going to click claim on these before I end up disconnecting and I get thrown out or something bad happens. So, wow, that is useless. That is the worst drop we possibly could have gotten out of the silver chest. What do we get out of the gold chest? We get the worst drop, one of the worst drops out of the gold chest, but we did in fact get Amber. Now, I did say before we did that, like, what's a good amount of gems to spend? Maybe like 400-ish. Obviously, you're spending that with the hope to get some gems back and also getting some other stuff out of it. I'm just happy I got to share it with you, because doing that by myself, I probably would have been pretty annoyed at the amount of gems we had to spend, but I know I've still got 800 gems. I've got more than enough for the heroic race. I've got more than enough for the heroic combat if I want to take part in them. And I've finally gotten this karma out of the way. And the other benefit of getting ambition karma now means that now I can hatch the dragon and I can use those orbs as part of trading fodder. Trading is actually kind of important for getting lots of things, and especially for collections. And I will be able to finish off the collection if I just get the other karmas, that is true. But at the same time, if I can just get ambition now, we can use those orbs to trade for other karmas, finish off the other collection that I haven't done yet, and then we could even get a duplicate ambition karma later, which is what I've done with my corrupted legend. But that is roughly what I would expect from these Wizard's Hollows. We could have gotten screwed over even more than we did just then. It wasn't the worst Wizard's Hollow, it was not the best Wizard's Hollow, but we did in fact get ambition karma, so I don't have to look at that dragon in envy anymore. I can ignore every Wizard's Hollow with them. It is such a shame that the 2 drops out of the chests were absolute dog poopy, and you know, we did run into that final wizard at the end, which is not what you want to see, but I expect it every time on room 49. I think every single time I have won a Wizard's Hollow on room 50, I have run into a wizard on either room 48 or 49 every single time. So I always expect some of the worst luck that you can. And, you know, if you really want to spend a fog coins on the fog island, you know, spending on one of the tiles just to get, you know, part of the pass done isn't the worst idea ever. You can do that, but it's only for 10 points. So is it really worth potentially wasting currency for 10 points? I don't think so, but you might, so you can do that anyway. But I feel like I just got rammed in my butt by a wizard. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. I'm a little sad, a little happy, I don't know. But I do have a new dragon now, and so if you're a collector like me, that's always a good thing. But I know that if it was slightly nicer to me, we could have saved so many more gems. But anyway, I think I've given you a good showcase of pretty much everything that is going on right now today. I've reamed myself, we're getting reamed in the heroic race, and I'm not going to ream myself in the Palm Tree Island. I'm actually going to play that one properly. So anyway, for now, I greatly appreciate you joining me here. If you do need any other tips or advice, you can join the Discord server and chat in the Dragon City chat, the general chat for anything else. But you can download all of the maps from there, so do not forget that. But anyway, I need to go and chill and have some Mogu Mogu, so for now, I guess, see ya.